just topped up the wood pile, giving the chainsaw a good workout. It's nice and dirty, so we need to give it a clean. I'll show you how that's done. Let's go to the shed. Now the first thing we need to do when maintaining a chainsaw is remove the side cover, bar and chain. Now depending on whether that is a tool or a tool-free model, we'll show you how to do both. Let's start with a tool-free. Now really simply, all we need to do is back this section off right here. We release the tension. Now I'll show you why that is in a second, because that will help us remove the bar and chain. If you have a tool chainsaw like this one, the first thing we need to do is release the chain brake. At this point, we can now get our spanner and start releasing the nuts. Now at this point here, I like to just back the tension slightly off the chain and then continue to remove the nuts on the chainsaw. Once you remove the side cover, you can see in here what we need to do is release the tension on the chain by just pulling the bar backwards. This will now allow me to remove the chain from the bar, and now all we need to do is simply slide it out. So now we have everything removed, we can clearly see what we need to clean. Now if you've ever had an issue with oil pooling under your chainsaw, one of the #1 causes of this is actually a dirty chainsaw which is drawing oil out of the machine. So to fix it, we simply need to clean it. Now how we're going to do that is by simply using a stiff brush, some rags and some form of lubricant. So the first thing we're going to do is simply place a rag under the chainsaw. Keep your workbench nice and clean. So this is what we're looking at. And we can see all the build-up and gunk here. And the first thing I'm going to do is just get my brush and remove as much as I can. And you do actually get a lot with the brush. It gets into places that obviously you can't with a rag. And removing all the sawdust from not only the side cover here, also the bar, and finally the cover itself. Now that's just going to get all the rough bits and pieces away pretty quickly. And at this point here, what we're going to do is now use a lubricating spray to clean the inside, but also protect and lubricate it as well. So you can see here we've missed a little bit with the brush, and what this is going to do for us is not only clean it, but also clean in the little bits and pieces, so where you got your little bolt holes, the tensioner itself, and around the oiler, and that's really going to make it nice and clean. And at this point here, we're just going to give it a gentle wipe with a rag, just to keep a little bit still on the machine itself, and we'll do that not only with the chainsaw, but we'll also do that with the side cover as well. So grab that. So I think that'll be enough. Yep. So the final thing we want to clean now is the actual bar. And what we get is build-up of sawdust and chippings in the groove. So all you need for this is some kind of raker or a flat-bladed screwdriver, and we simply draw that through from the sprocket all the way down to the end of the bar. So now we're finished with the bar, we just got to give the body of the chainsaw a wipe down just to get any dust, debris and sawdust away from the machine. And now it's time to put it back together. Let's see how that's done. So the first thing we need to do is put the chain back on. Now we want to make sure that's in the correct direction. And that is as simple as, if you have a look here, there's a symbol on the side of the cover. We just simply match up the chain links, and that's the direction we're going to put it on the chainsaw. Now once we put this over here, the chain is now secure. We can put that down, and what we now grab is the bar. Now believe it or not, what you want to do from time to time is actually flip the bar upside down, and that's going to give us even wear on both the bottom and the top side. Now for this one, we're just going to simply put it on like this, and it's in the reverse. So this can be a little bit fiddly, but what we need to do now is make sure that the chain is lined up in the bar itself. Now once you have that in position, we can now take up a little bit of tension on the bar and pop the side cover back on. Now by doing this, we need to line the tensioner back up with the bar, and sometimes that can actually mean using your flat-bladed screwdriver to back the tensioner off and find the hole in the bar. So you can see there it just wanted to go. There we go, we're back into position now, and you can see clearly that the chain is quite loose. So at this point here, we can just take up that tension slightly, pop the nuts back into position, and then tighten up. Now with this one complete, we just need to show you the tool-free tensioner chainsaw. And the cleaning process is exactly the same, but putting it back together can be a little bit different. Now with this, the biggest difference is the bar and chain, because with this model here, we actually keep the bar and chain together. All we simply do is then place the chain over the rear sprocket, line up the bar, and it simply slips on like so. Now at this stage here, you can bring the tension up slightly, and now it's just time to put the side cover back on. And that's a really simple placing on, so we can line up the actual bolt and the tensioner, and simply doing that up. Just like so. Now with both of them back together and clean, there's one thing we need to look at with a petrol chainsaw, and that's the air filter. We simply do that by removing this cover. You can see here it's got a clip. I can get to the foam filter. If it's got a little bit of dust like that on it, for instance, we could just brush that clean with a paintbrush, or if you've got one, an air compressor would be great. So for more tips and tricks, go to our how-to videos on ryobi.com.au or check out our YouTube channel.
RYOBI, a cut above.